This video will cover how to set up a flexible registration course in Booking, specifically a recreation-based course. So this is an aquafit program, but check out our other video on how to set up camps, as it could be slightly different. So just like any course setup, I'm starting in Menu, Courses, and selecting the Add New button to create a new course. On the first page of course setup, you enter in all standard information that you would set up for any type of course. So here I'm entering course name, course code, and assigning from the drop-downs here season, category, subcategory, course type, or enroll status. If you're not familiar with this, contact support@booking.ca and we'll help you out. So I've entered in my course description and putting in some information and requirements here before moving down to the next section where we actually turn on the flexible registration feature. So in our registration settings, you'll notice a checkbox here for Enable Flex Registration. Now looking at the 5 checkboxes down the right-hand side, only the bottom 2 are enabled for FlexReg courses. All the rest are standard. The first one is allowing people to add sessions after the course has started. So if a aquafit program runs from September through the end of the year, if someone is able to register in October, for example, after the initial course has started, and so that's typically something that you want to turn on. And the last one there, pub withdraw sessions allowed after course start, means can somebody withdraw from the program once the first couple sessions have started. And just a note here, both of these permissions are for the public to do themselves online. Okay, there's nothing else unique for the rest of this page in terms of FlexReg courses specifically. You still decide whether the course will display online and allow for online enrollment, whether or not you want to display the instructor's name online, whether the course counts display online, the registration dates. In the enrollments limit here, there is now per session enroll totals for minimum and maximum versus before it was for the entire course. Other than that, nothing else has changed here. Moving on to the next page, you can either, just as before, use an internal assignment using a scheduling module invoice to say where this course is taking place, or you can use the external facilities, which is what I'm doing here in this case. So this particular course is running from the beginning of September until mid-December. Monday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit add here, which will add all of those 15 sessions. Now this particular page has had an update with the new FlexReg feature and the introduction of the concept of session groups. So by default on your site, there is already an existing session group called Course Session. And for majority of programs like this, where it's a recreation program with only one type of event or activity taking place, you'll just assign it to the default course session group. Again, check out my other video on camps to show where you might have multiple session groups in one particular course. Onto the instructors page, there's no change here with the FlexReg courses. So I'm just saying all sessions are taught by Ali Aqua Teacher. On to the rates page here. For a FlexReg course, you do have some more options to set up, as well as for all courses, the option to now add payment plans for programs. When creating a rate for a FlexReg course, the first thing that you need to do is put in a rate name. So this first rate name is called per session. It's $5 a session. This applies to all access, meaning it's available both internally and on the public site. The session group is, again, just that one session group that we had, course session, and it is a standard rate, again, meaning available to everyone. And this time we're going to do a per session rate. So for each week of those 15 sessions that they register for, it's $5 per session. Now I am going to create a second rate here, which is a per course rate. So in the event someone registers in all the sessions, they can get a little bit of a cheaper price by registering in the per course rate. So all sessions, 15 weeks is my course name. $85 is the case for this one. We're going to, again, make that applies to all access. Session group is course sessions. Rate type is standard. But in the rate option area, this is where we're going to change it to per course and then select the add rate button. Now I've made the per session the default, but the per course rate will also be there to choose. Next, just like any course, I'm choosing my rate cost center assignment. If this course had extra fees, like an additional purchasable item per session or per course, we could set that up here, and then we're going to go ahead and click next. The course custom fields is where you can assign custom questions to your courses. So in this case, I'm going to create a drop-down question asking someone's skill level or if they've participated in an aquafit class in the past. So I'm going to do a per course and client, meaning they will only be asked this question one time per course, per client registering in this program. You can, though, have per course questions or per session questions as well. So I'm going to make that an enabled and required question, and because it's a drop down, create the two drop down values, which is going to be yes and no. Finally, onto the last page of course setup. This is where you can write yourself a note or another staff member who might be coming in to complete the setup of this course, any sort of notes of things that you want to bounce back to or edit in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and click finish here, and at this point my course is set up. I see this summary tab on screen to review what I have set up, and if I was to go to the enroll screen at this point and search for aquafit, we would see that this program is ready to go. Check out our other videos for tips and tricks on how to use the BookKing application.